Hi everybody, here a quick update on what's happening lately. After my vacation I did some maintenance on my bot server and the Freqtrade software. For a long time I was running the Freqtrade version 2021.11 and I was quite happy with it. It proved to be stable and I had no need to upgrade at that time. Nonetheless, I decided it was time to upgrade the software to the current version 2022.04 because Freqtrade had some nice new features that I wanted to explore and make new videos about. However, this also resulted in a problem for my strategy comparison calculation, which I used in my trading bot strategy comparison analysis series. In the Freqtrade versions up until 2021.12, the backtest drawdown calculation was a percentage calculation between the highest point and the lowest point, according to the documentation. And note, I was always using the 2021.11 version until the upgrade. However, from the version 2022.01, the calculation for drawdown has changed and gives totally different results from that moment on. But because the comparison calculation was dependent on the old calculations, it's not possible to use the newer drawdown calculation anymore. So I have to recalibrate my calculation to find the most optimal strategy again, I'm afraid. To give you an example of the differences between the two calculation methods, here is the output of a strategy that I'm currently testing. On the left side you can see the output from the old Freqtrade version I always used, and on the right side the output of the newest Freqtrade version. Now, as you can clearly see, in the new overview the calculation has changed the percentage drawdown to a more accurate representation of the drawdown, I think. This calculation is also more understandable, because with the old Freqtrade version I could not really wrap my head around the calculation, and the documentation or the code was not clear to me as well. I never could figure out why a drawdown could be over 100%, but since there was no bug reported as far as I know, and this calculation was always there, I just used it with my comparisons. Maybe if somebody can explain how the old calculation worked in the comment section below, I would be very grateful for that. The new calculation, however, is clear to me. It is a calculation where the difference between the highest drawdown point and the lowest drawdown point is divided by the max balance of the account. This way you can see how much you hypothetically lost when your strategy was trading under circumstances it was not built for. The whole point of trading is gaining and preserving the gained profits, so the trick is to find or create a strategy that makes money and will keep this when conditions are not optimal. Now in the future I expect not to see these crazy drawdown numbers anymore, but hope to see more realistic numbers instead. However, for me there's a big problem that still lies in front of me, because all the earlier tests were done with the old method and the old calculations. So I'll have to redo these backtests to get the new drawdown scores, because otherwise future strategies will be incomparable against the older tested ones. And this also gives me the chance to recalibrate the calculations from my strategy score. I already have thought of a way to be less dependent on the output of the backtest results, but still be able to compare each strategy performance with each other. So my next strategy testing video will probably contain an updated version of the strategy leak again. And because of this I created this short video on that subject, because I want to be fully transparent on that matter. And maybe, if you guys really want it, I'll show you how I compare these strategies with each other. So in a way you will find out my secret on how to compare these strategies. Just let me know in the comment section below if you'd like that. Or maybe better, I'll make a challenge of this. If this video reaches 250 likes, I will make a video on how I compare these strategy performances with each other. And then you have the tools to perform your own comparisons as well. So I'm curious on how the reactions will be on that. But in any case, I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!